So we have talked about the loops a lot, and in this video we are going to talk about a special statement or a special keyword that can help you to come out of your loop before meeting your end condition, and it's called break statement. So whenever you put a break statement in your loop and when it gets executed, it takes you out of that loop. Let's try to understand it with the help of this example. So here we have a loop and we are iterating this loop until the value of I is less than or equals to n. And n could be any number here. Let's say n is maybe like 1 million. So this loop is supposed to execute a million times. But what if you want to break your loop in between? So let's say I listen to a song and this is my favorite song and I get goosebumps whenever I listen to this song. But sometimes I need to listen to these songs multiple times to get the goosebumps. So here my condition is if I get the goosebumps, doesn't matter if the I value is 1 or 10 or 20 or 1000, whenever I get the goosebumps, I want to stop my loop there itself. So I have a condition here which says like feeling goosebumps, and when it's true, I'll break my loop and then the loop execution will stop. It won't execute a million times. It will only execute till the time the break statement doesn't get executed. And it's a very helpful statement when you are trying to search for a number or a string in a list. So let's say I have a list of 1000 names and I want to search for Manish in that list. Now Manish could be on the position 1 as well. It could be on the position 500th as well, or it could be on the last position as well. So to find the name Manish, I need to loop over that list, which has 1000 names. And as soon as I find the value Manish, I want to break my loop there itself. Because let's say the Manish name is on 10th position in that list, then why do you want to execute your loop for 990 times more when you have found your value on the 10th position itself? That doesn't make any sense, right? So the break statement can be very helpful to break your loop in between. Now let's go back to our developer console and see an example of break statement. In this example, I have an integer variable called goosebumps after, and the value of this integer variable tells us like how many times do we need to listen to a song to get the goosebumps, and this value can be anything. Just make sure this value is less than the value of n, which defines the iteration of our loop. So here n's value is 1000. That means we want to run a loop 1000 times until unless we get the goosebumps. So we want to break this loop, which is supposed to run 1000 times only after 4 iteration or whatever the value of this goosebumps after variable is. And this break statement, it works for all the loops. You can use it inside your do while loop or while loop or for loop as well. So for this example, we are going to use for loop because it's easy to use. Let's declare one more variable here and we are going to call it I. Let's give it a value as 0 and we are going to iterate over this loop till the time i's value is less than n. And then our increment statement, which is I++, and here I'm simply going to print a debug statement listening to this song, and then we are going to put the value of I here, and then I will simply add one more word here, which is times. So what this statement is going to say, listen to the song one time, two times, three times, or whatever the value of I is in that particular iteration. Let's also start our i's value from 1 and let's make our condition as I is less than equals to n so that our loop starts from 1 instead of 0. Now let's execute this code and this loop should execute 1,000 times, and we should see our debug statement 1,000 times. So it's saying like listening to the song 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and so on. And this is printed till the value is 1,000. Now let's add a condition in this loop. And what I'll say, if i's value is equals to goosebumps after, because we need to listen to the song these many times, then we'll simply add our break keyword here. So once we'll listen to the song 4 times, we are going to break this loop, and then there will not be any more execution of this loop. Let's also bring this statement on the top so that we print our debug statement first and then check for this condition. Let's execute this code once again, and we see that we have only listened to that song 4 times. So break statement can be very helpful, and you can use it if you want to break your loop in between based on some condition.